Hi, I'm Tom with the FCB Lounge channel, and in this video I will show you how the circular array works in FreeCAD 1.1 in the Draft Workbench. The circular array is available under the Array drop-down, and it creates an array of objects in concentric circles. So I have an example here, an arrow object, which is a face, and I will create a circular array from this. So to create the array, I will select the face, and then click this drop down and select circular array. And this opens up a task panel with the setup of the circular array. Now I will actually show what these values do to the array a bit later, so we could see it interactively. But the most important thing we set up here now is center of rotation, and we set that by clicking into space. So I've got my snapping turned on, so I will click on this middle part of this line. So I will click here, and the circular array is created. Now you can see kind of a big mess, and the array is a parametric object, so you can see this is the original face inside, and this is the array, and I can change the array because it is parametric in the data properties. So let's take a look at the properties of the circular array, and we will look at the circular array group. Now first off, I will change the radial distance. It's the distance of each of the circles, because now there are three circles. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. So now if I change the radial distance from 100 millimeters to 1000 millimeters and I zoom out, you can see this is the distance between each of the circles. So between this one and this one. And let me show you. If I would measure the distance from, let's say, this point to, I'm not sure if it's this one now. It's actually 1000 millimeters. So this is the distance. And if I would change the radial distance to 500, I would have two concentric circle, and there's always this original object in the middle. And you can also see, if I change the tangential distance, is the distance between each of these objects. So I will change it to 250, hit enter. Now you can see that there's a bigger distance between each of the arrows. The tangential distance is not exactly this 250, because if I measure, let's say, this point to this point, you will see that it's 252. The distance actually depends or is created so that these spaces are always the same, and they create the whole circle. So the tangential distance is only close approximation here. Now you can also change its number of circles. So the default is 3. If I change it to 2 and hit enter, I've got only the original one here, and this is the second one. The one would be just the original object. And if I change it to 5, I would have 5 concentric circles, with these distances always the same. Now let me change this to 4. Let me zoom in a little bit, and let me show you what this symmetry means. This actually creates a symmetry between the circles. So here I've got only one, so the circle is divided only into one full circle. So the symmetry is only here. You can see that these arrows are in one line, whereas here these are not in one line, these are not in one line, or these are not in one line. If I change the symmetry to 2, you could see that I've got these arrows symmetrical here, so they are aligned here, and the circle is divided into 2 halves. So the second half, these arrows are again in line here. If I would change it to 3, the arrows will be in one line in the increments of 120 degrees. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and this is the third one. And if it was 4, I would have those aligned here, 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 and here. And if it was 5, it would be again one more. So it's let me actually change it. Let's say to 6. So it's here. Now here are aligned. Here they are aligned. Then here they are aligned, and I guess here, and then again here. So in 6. So this is what the symmetry does. It actually breaks the full circle into 1, 2, 3, or 4 parts, where at the end the arrows align. Now, if I wanted to have different orientation of the arrows, I will have to change the orientation of the base object. So I will select the original face, and in the placement angle, I would, let's say, change it to 90, and then the arrows are oriented in this way. But I'm not sure why this center arrow is always visible. I would prefer to not have it visible. But anyway, this is how the circular array works. Now let me show you if I wanted to have the array created in a 3D space. Unfortunately, as of FreeCAD 1.1, it does not work when you change the setup of your working plane and then create the array. So by default, it's always created as a Z as the rotation axis. But you can change it later by selecting the array, and in the center you can change the axis, because by default it's the Z axis. And if I wanted it to have the array around the Y axis, I would change the Y to 1 and Z to 0. And now if I look from the front, you can see that the array was created around the y-axis, and because the original object is flat like this, it's not rotating the base object. But this is how you can create the array in space like this. So I will change the orientation and look from the top. Now let me close this warning, and actually let me delete the array. If I delete the array, the original object still exists, so I can just show the face. And now if I create the circular array again, you will know what the radial distance means, tangential distance, and all of these values. So you can create it straight from here. If you want to know what fuse and link array means, I recommend you to watch my video about orthogonal array, where I explained how to use these options. And also I explained there how it's possible to break the array into individual objects. But now let me actually show this other circle, and let me create another array, and let me show you if I chose a different center point. So if I would choose, let's say, this point on the circle, you can see that the array will be created around this circle. And you can see also the orientation is dependent on where this was located, so it's not perpendicular. The arrows are not perpendicular to the center. So if you would want to change the center, again, it's actually possible, because here is the center. So I could change. I actually know that it's the origin of this drawing. So I would change it like so. So now you know how to work with draft circular array in FreeCAD. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.